things are going normal. Until at the 11th hour, Beyonce opts to pull this stunt. She is crazy!
Why would she argue with luggage?
Your cast members are right next to you.
Please. She rolled around bitches like you.
No, they need to say Beyonce, Kelly, Latavia, luggage, Michelle. No, just say Beyonce. Beyonce today is a world-renowned cultural phenom, beautiful and beloved class act, and a larger-than-life on-stage performer. And despite attaining immense success, fame, and the subsequent perpetual public critique that comes with that, she somehow remains an unbothered queen. The unbothered queen. It invites a kind of awe and mystique that really encourages us not only to disassociate her from normal human behavior, but also enables us to forget that Beyonce too had a messy era.
Or somebody can send your luggage.
Younger Beyonce, like most of us, had a lot of growing and maturing to do. But unlike the vast majority of us, that growth took place on the public stage. And today, we're gonna explore the ways in which young Beyonce showed up. Her messiest and shadiest moments, honey. And while this is an attempt to key just between us as Hive members, it's also an opportunity for us to take an even closer look at what Beyonce might have meant when she said, "I've spent so many years trying to better myself and improve whatever I've done that I'm at a point where I no longer need to compete with myself. I have no interest in searching backwards. The past is the past. I feel many aspects of that younger, less evolved Beyonce could never fuck with the woman I am today." This is a quote from Beyonce's 2021 Harper's Bazaar interview, and it's also a quote that lives rent-free in my mind. Because the evolution of Beyonce is a really great social commentary around how you can lead a life of perpetual self-progression and routinely defy grandiose expectations. And even that isn't a good metric for success. Existing in the fullness of where you are, both because of and in spite of what you've done in the past, is what makes Beyonce unfuckwittable, and it's also what connects all of us to that really resonative message. It's a reminder that the same is true for us too. Beyonce, the young, messy, bad bitch. Let's get into it. Hey, old girl. Welcome and welcome back to my corner of the internet. If this is your first time ever seeing my face, my name is Herbie Revolis. My pronouns are he, she, him, her, hers, and hers. And yes, that does mean that I wear pants, skirts, pearls, and purses. Wow. So yes, I did say that Beyonce is a messy queen. This ain't a read. You could never read Beyonce. Beyonce's unreadable. But the reality is, they're more so funny and really childish shade from Beyonce, and they're exposing the fact that Beyonce has always been an adult leader in a young teenager body, honey. But honestly, and I won't say too much because we're gonna get into this a little bit later, I do think that a lot of Beyonce's shadiness in the moments that we're gonna be watching in today's commentary and reaction is really informed by her deep-rooted desire to be a student to the work of being a vocalist, to the work of being an artist and a public figure. And with regard to the last part of being a public figure, that can be difficult when your celebrity is tied to other people's actions, their image, their mistakes, and their statements, right? It's even more difficult when you are a natural born leader and a Virgo maniac teenager, and also when your actions are being recorded all the time, and so your shady moments will be caught on camera, Beyonce. We saw you! Now, girl, we saw you, sis. So, let's watch this compilation that I found on the internet, my corner of the internet, and probably your corner of the internet. We're gonna watch this little compilation of Beyonce being shady as hell. You know what? Wait. We have to watch the video that is actually the catalyst for today's video. It was the Say My Name performance in 2000. Overall, this is a good performance. And all things are going normal. Until at the 11th hour, Beyonce opts to pull this stunt. She is crazy! Your cast members are right next to you. No, they need to say Beyonce, Kelly, Latavia, luggage, Michelle. No, just say Beyonce. I found that funny and a little bit shady. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that Beyonce was being shady in that moment, or do you think that she was just establishing herself as the solo artist? If you think she was, we're gonna play a game. If you think she was being shady, comment shady in the comments down below. Boop. If you think that she was just establishing herself as a solo artist and singing Say Beyonce because she's the lead artist, say solo artist in the comments down below. It was a little bit of both to me. And if it was a little bit of both to you, you can comment both as well. Now, let's get into the meat, potatoes, and balls and sausage of today's video. We're gonna watch the compilation, and I have thoughts.
What was your first show, your first gig like?
It was at a daycare. It was just a daycare, but we were serious about our daycare performance.
First time I found out that she had a gift was on a talent show that she did, and she competed against kids that were up to 15. And of course, we didn't really know what to expect. She was really good. She got a standing ovation, and she came back to her seat and told me that she was ready to get her trophy and her money and go home. And that was very funny because I was like, you don't know if you won, so be quiet and sit
She did win.
Beyonce did win that day. Eventually, she took first place in more than 30
How many of y'all have watched this? It has 2.7 million.
You are right just on that. With all the cheers, you were kind of, but you were doing good.
Second, we
Hold on. We gotta break there. Because Beyonce is checking her at the ripe age of, I don't know how old Beyonce is. She has to be between maybe 9 and 11 at this point. And what I think is always important for us to remember as hivers and as people who just are watching Beyonce and maybe think that maybe Beyonce was shady. I don't think so. Beyonce started getting vocally trained by an opera singer who would travel the world, honey, and was renowned for her operatic singing at the age of 9. By the age of 10, Beyonce had already recorded between 50 and 60 songs. You understand what I'm saying? And that was before Pro Tools, so she recorded all of that on tape.
Oh! Yeah.
So the critique that she's providing Little Miss Latavia is one that she's very familiar with. A critique that she's received multiple times herself. And so when she is disseminating and communicating that, Latavia, you were a little bit soft or you were a little bit flat, honey, you might want to receive that because she is being trained by an opera singer. Beyonce is probably at that point the most vocally knowledgeable person in the room. And that's including the adults, but certainly the children. You girls are learning your ABC, social studies, arithmetic, and what an adverb is. And Beyonce is composing entire songs.
My God today and my God from Zion. Y'all not the same.
So the critique to me, if I bring this wig down any further, it's going to be kissing my damn eyebrows. Hold on. Bring the beat back. Hold on.
No, hold on. Hold on, damn it.
Stop. I ain't ready yet. Now, to be fair, LaToya was also being trained to be an opera singer. I'm not sure if it was at this time, but that's definitely a part of her history. And so we do want to give her her 10s, but obviously Beyonce was the vocal backbone of this group, right?
I'm Latavia.
No, she ain't no good for that. You know you ain't no good. I remember this clip. I know exactly what you're about to get into. Find your note. Find your key. Find your key. Please, let me tap you on the shoulder.
Best opportunity is to meet people like Diana Ross when we did Deepest Live on VH1, and you have to.
Beyonce is so embarrassed.
And have fans.
She
and
like her act like you've been
thing.
somewhere.
I mean,
act like
it overcomes everything.
Hold on, dude.
She's so over it.
Oh my God.
Beyonce and I became friends. And
Beyonce
when push came to shove, I was able to sing and dance. And God just put me in the right place at the right time.
Well, we knew Farrah. Well, you want to explain to him, Farrah? Go ahead.
Well, I was in the Bills video, and I became friends with them. And just through the grace of God, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
All right, tell me, how the English crowd feel?
Oh, they're wonderful. I mean, you tell them to jump, they're jumping until you say stop.
Last flight out of here?
Yes, sir. Yes! You might have to go straight to the airport.
I don't have no luggage.
I'm rolling.
But it's better for you to go home than not have luggage.
She's the
It's not.
queen.
Where y'all coming out there?
Well, somebody can send your luggage.
But then I'm going to have to wait for 4 days before I get all my stuff.
Well, it's either that or you're going to probably miss your flight.
All of the bad seeds are now out of
Oh, she messy. Hold on. Before we get into her messy crusade, honey. Oh, a messy ass queen. Beyonce is a messy ass queen. Okay, Farrah. Farrah is a huge topic because while LaToya and Latavia left the group for reasons beyond Kelly and Michelle, it was really their issue with management and Matthew pushing, or what they felt like Matthew was pushing Beyonce much more than they were pushing the other two girls. And to be fair, I think there was some validity to those claims. Obviously, we can't deny, as Wendy Williams said, it was giving Beyonce and the girls. However, that is disrespectful and was very disrespectful to say at the time because those other girls are putting in a lot of work. And so it's disrespectful to, you know, not announce them by their names and just give them that, right? Give them personhood in this moment and not just like objects on the side of Beyonce. However, it was giving for a while, optically, Beyonce and the girls. That's what it was giving, optically. Now, and vocally, and talent-wise. However, her issue with Farrah, I think Beyonce went on a bit of a messy crusade when it comes to Farrah, but in a very Virgo implicit kind of way, because she never read Farrah directly, nor should she have, right? Beyonce is the grande dame, the dundada. Why would she argue with luggage?
Why would she argue with luggage? Please. She roll around bitches like you.
I do think that Beyonce's issue with Farrah is very akin or similar to her issue with Kim. Farrah was a clout chaser, period. Point blank, period. Farrah was a clout chaser. Even if you look at the way Farrah responded to some of those answers, it was always, as a result of being a Destiny's Child, I've been able to meet other famous people. I've been able to acquire fans. I've been able to live the life of a celebrity. And it's not that the life of a celebrity isn't seductive and alluring, right? It's that Beyonce was in it for all the right reasons. And not that there's anything wrong with wanting to be a celebrity at all. But I think that Beyonce was in it because she wanted to make a change, make a mark. She wanted to be very intentional about how she approached her art. This wasn't just about celebrity, even though she was trying to study what it means to be a celebrity and how to navigate the media and what does PR look like for me and when do I speak up and how do I, navigate interviews, all that. From a very young age, Beyonce was very well aware of what it meant to be a pop star and what it meant to be a Black woman pop star. And so she was fighting an uphill battle because of the stereotypes that are associated with Black women, the misogyny and misogynoir specifically that's associated with Black women. And so she had a lot of not only stereotypes, but structural barriers in the way, and she was aware of that. So Beyonce has been quoted saying that, I felt as a young Black woman I couldn't mess up. I felt the pressure from the outside and their eyes watching for me to trip or fail. I couldn't let my family down after all the sacrifices they made for me and the girls. That meant I was the most careful and professional teenager, and I grew up fast. I wanted to break all the stereotypes of the Black superstar, whether falling victim to drugs and alcohol or the absurd misconception that Black women were angry. I knew I was given this amazing opportunity and I felt like I had one shot. I refused to mess it up, but I had to give up a lot. And one of those things that she had to give up is luggage. Wait, hold on.
Really?
I cannot believe this happened to me. I don't even know if that'll come out. Hold on, let's go back to the damn video while we at it. Fuck it.
We're now out of Destiny's Child. We've had changes in the group, and we finally found the recipe that is perfect.
Officially a trio. We're vocally stronger than ever. On the next album now, everyone can sing lead.
We sing a lot better. Everybody gets to sing lead now because everybody can sing lead.
Oh, the Michelle T is T. Right. This was funny to me. The way she gave her that up and down was wicked. Wicked. And then proceeded to shine. And Michelle was giving girl, get the fuck on. And then the smile, the smirk is ridiculous. Oh, this got me. They was trying each other like, girl, what you finna do? What you finna do? It's giving housewives drama. This is funny. Oh, Beyonce wasn't having this.
Did you just spit on me?
We talk about everything. How guys are. We talk about our
She
hair.
like, as a Black girl, don't mention the hair thing.
What? We do talk about our hair.
Kelly said, girl, get to where you're supposed to be at. Please. And Beyonce is looking at her with disappointment. Girl, where you going now? Kelly said, girl, I'm tired of this. Where you at? What is it? And now I'm talking about the DC.
top down, feeling the sounds quaking and
Only fair that we address the Michelle things because poor Michelle goes viral every 6 months, and I do think that it is judicious of us to go ahead and address that thing, okay? The messy moments between Beyonce and Michelle are really where we get to see that Beyonce is truly a perfectionist. Because the reality is DC3 is the strongest that, you know, Destiny's Child has ever been vocally. It becomes difficult when the goal is perfection because you're bound to fuck up. Now, Beyonce had a lot riding on every performance, much like all the other ladies, and I think, you know, at such a young age, she felt like she couldn't mess up. And I just, you know, quoted her earlier as to why she felt like she couldn't mess up as a young black woman, as a young black entrepreneur, and actually as someone who wanted to reshape culture. Like, I think Beyonce has always been very intentional about that, and she understood that Destiny's Child is a very big integral part of that, and there's already been so much mess surrounding in and out of the group, and the least we can do is be vocally tight. The least you could do is be on key. Now, to be fair and honest, in this era, Beyonce had a lot of vocal growing to do. Beyonce's runs weren't the most clean. You know, at times they were messy. And that certainly impacted her vocal agility. And if you're unfamiliar with what vocal agility is, it's really just the ability for you to move through like different registers in a way that comes across or that sounds and lands on the ear as smooth and clean and easy for you, right? But I do have some closing commentary because the reality is Beyonce was a messy girl, but who wasn't? Aside from all the jokes, I don't really think that Beyonce was messy so much as she was a hard worker, very intentional, and knew what she wanted. And she's human, so she's gonna have shady moments. We all do. Let's like literally move on. The biggest thing to take away from this is Beyonce's always been a workhorse, and it has brought her immense and very high highs, but also very intense low lows. And this is just based off of what she's communicated to us, right? We know that Beyonce is an insomniac from years of touring. And also with that comes immense muscle and bone pain, right, that she's spoken about on the public stage. But I think with that also, it's allowed her to be more empathetic to the people that she's around. Like, I think she's understood that mental health is super, super important, which is why she, you know, the girls are saying that, according to, I think, The Sun that reported this, that she's going to be hiring mental health staff for all of her different crew members, whether that's the cast, the dancers, the crew, lighting people, directors, whoever you are, you too will be getting a mental health professional assigned to you. And I think that that's beautiful because understanding the importance of mental health is super crucial, right? Girl, let these people live. Anyway, that's the end of this. What do you think about young Beyonce? Was she messy? Was she not? Let me know. Comment down below. Also, comment ideas for different videos you want to see in the future. I really love that the homegirl community is growing. We are going to be talking more about Beyonce and the things that we have going on behind the scenes on the Patreon. So go ahead and click the link down below. But before I let you go, you know I can never leave you without saying first, watch one of these videos and then this. I am in a constant state of practice, and so are you. You can never fail when you're in a constant state of practice. I love you. Bye, homegirl. Watch one of these videos.